it becomes a prelude to what we're going to discuss today. And these terms, models, and frameworks, for the purpose of our discussion, are contrasted to what? Theories. Now, to be really strict, theories can encompass anything theoretical, conceptual. So the distinction is not that rigid. But for the sake of being able to begin to understand what we see as the wholeness of something. So models do that. Simplification, but also some sort of categorization, typology making, etc. You know what typology is? What is a typology? Typology. Types, yes. So the fruits have different types, such as fruits have different types. Pears, peaches, apples. Creating that categorization scheme is typology. Right? Yeah? Okay. And basically, these things are meant to do what? In social scientific terms, description. Now, Sebastian already started going deeper, and in this neighborhood. This is my hometown. Anybody who has been to this area, Northern Virginia, Washington, okay, so you know more or less, at least the kinesthetic sense of being there, right? Falls Church, close to Washington, and then my neighborhood looks something like this. There is also a residential area. There's some nature there as well. So, in a sense, a typical neighborhood in this country. Typicality to be defined very flexibly. Let me ask you, if you have been to the area, you can speculate what that kind of neighborhood is. Is this a mixed race neighborhood, or is it more of a either African American oriented or white? What kind of neighborhood racially?
It's very diverse.
Very diverse.
And it's especially very diverse on the freeways. There's a lot of conflict that happens on the freeways because of driving differences.
Sounds very exponential. Yeah. And how do you describe the socioeconomic situation in terms of income levels? Generally speaking. Alexandria, Falls Church is Northern Virginia area close to Washington, D.C. What do you speculate based on what you know about American society? What?
Affluent.
Affluent?
Well, the distinct social class economic division, quite distinct.
Yeah, Falls Church is a little bit, more or less, not generally speaking, but more or less more upper end than Alexandria. Alexandria is really mixed. So you see Ethiopian restaurants and then lots of Korean restaurants, supermarkets. It's really a mixed. So what do you guess to be the extent to which immigration is an issue in that area? What do you guess is the extent to which immigration is a concern or issue to local people there?
Should be high.
Yeah, immigrants all over. So me as a Japanese walking down the street doesn't generate any attention whatsoever. I can, actually merge into the landscape quite easily. And usually confused between Korean or Japanese, or nor do people care. That kind of thing. We have so many Muslim community members. There are mosques, etc. Okay. Now, what do you know about this tragic incident that I have been involved in? What kind of problem do I have, Mustafa? How old am I? 33. And then there's the other gentleman whose name is what? How many years old is he?
49.
Where am I from? Originally. I came from Afghanistan at the age of 12. Got naturalized around the age of 19 or so. Do I like America?
Yes.
What did I witness back in Afghanistan? For instance, the Soviet invasion.
Murders on the street.
Yeah. But that day, 3 days after 9/11, I was driving a vehicle. And then I saw this car. They discovered to have been driven by Margot, actually coming from behind. And then as we stopped at traffic lights, he seemed to be actually motioning me or suggesting something. There was a commotion that followed, so I must confess to you that all the details of that tragic memory, or maybe half of them, began to be lost afterwards. Suggesting that I should roll down the window as if he wanted to communicate with me. And he said something very nasty. Something to do with my Afghan whatever. Maybe he discovered that by way of my bumper sticker, I don't know. But he also suggested that you drive into the parking space of the shopping mall. Yes, I'm open to any dialogue. Of course, I need to continue to make my rounds. But I drove into the parking lot. And then this guy jumped out of his car and then dragged me, big guy, out of the car and started punching me and beating me with no end. Until a couple of ladies who must have been shopping there passed by. One lady actually intervened physically between us, with another lady shouting, "Stop!" Marco perhaps reluctantly stopped. You tell me, how do you describe the conflict underlying this beating? Where is it coming from? How do you describe the conflict underlying this beating? And where is it coming from? Based on the information you have. Okay? Find your neighbor. Different neighbor perhaps from last week.
So I think just kind of like had all those like stereotypes that were just built into them and all this like national or patriotism, and then kind of just acted on that and saw him as a symbol for the
Civic duty. So that was my question: is whether or not we're supposed to actually, because he just didn't give like the story. So it seems like everything's biased towards.
Who's white? Okay.
Based on the article, we as humans are making healthy assumptions. He happens to be.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that completely, I'm like.
So, Mustafa here, I am confused. Don't use those academic intellectual things, okay? Talk to me so that I understand. What is happening? I think this Japanese guy keeps saying there is a conflict. I don't see any conflict. It's a salvation. Maybe just suppose that part of what he says is right. Where is the conflict about? Where is it coming from?
Well, I think, Michael pulled up next to you And, you know, I think a lot of the 9/11, all of a sudden people became really patriots and loved their country. And so then,
Me too.
yeah, and so he, unfortunately, there was no conversation, there was no dialogue there. He made these assumptions about you. And then you go up next to him, and you're both probably, you know, it appears, right, that you both have very similar jobs. Possibly very similar.
What does he do?
He delivers auto parts.
Yeah.
Well, Mustafa,
Yes.
in our country, if you're going to be taunting our American citizens right after an attack on our country from people of your heritage or whatever you want to call it, you're going to expect results like this. Like, if you're going to be...
I'm Michael. And,
You're Michael.
Yeah, let me say this way. I'm 49. There are lots of things going through my mind. I had a relationship, and I'm divorced.
Yes, you're divorced.
And I'm not actually living on my own. I'm living with my mother at that age.
Yes.
And I'm barely surviving because I'm working and making like $6. I mean, that's $6 per hour. And it's not enough to really sustain me. I'm trying to make it in this world. You, Mustafa, left your country, came here, and things are going fine for you. You are working with your brother. You guys have your own establishment, like a bakery, and you are trying to make things worse for me by touching my own symbol in my country. So it's like, I mean, whatever I can do, it's like I'm trying to just vent out all of my frustration right on you. Because it's like, I mean, you've come in my country and things are fine for you, yet and say you want to make me unstable more. So it's like, I can't really, I mean, attack the force because it's bigger than me. So
So the way of thinking that gets to this vision is systems thinking or systems analysis.